Alright, we just got in from a guide trip here on Lake Gunnersville. This is Jonathan Henry from Bass Whacker Guide Service. I was throwing a spook this afternoon and I got to thinking a lot of people might not rig their spook the same way I do for fishing around grass and even sometimes just around other covers. So I wanted to show you a couple of knots real quick that I think will help you. I throw a 50-pound braided line on my main line to my reel, and I join that with a double uni knot to usually 17 to 20 pound monofilament, and then I tie a loop knot to my Zara spook. I really prefer a head and one knocker Zara spook. Yeah, you can see this one's been through a little bit already. You know, this is my favorite one, just a bone colored head and one knocker Zara spook. That's just a good all around topwater bait. They make good ones that are more expensive, but just to get you started spooking, and even for me nowadays as a professional angler, this is my favorite topwater bait. So I'm going to show you these knots. It might help you a little bit next time you're around grass on the water. Okay, when you go to join your two pieces of line, you just get your main line, your 50-pound braid. I go ahead and get myself about 4 or 5 foot of monofilament, and you just overlap them. One piece going one way, one piece going the other. Then I'll take my braid and make just a loop, just like that, just like tying a uni knot if you like a uni knot to your lure. And I'll go inside the loop with the braid about 8 or 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you can see it's wrapped around the main line, but I've still got the bottom of my loop. I'll go ahead and ease that out. Keep an eye on it, be sure it stays rolling correctly. I'll go ahead and ease it down, but don't tighten it all the way, just kind of snug it down. So then we still got our main piece of monofilament. It's in there. You can slide it through that knot still because it's not too tight. You're gonna do the exact same knot over here. Make a loop and wrap it around the braid and the mono that's along the braid half the amount of times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing with this one. I'm gonna go ahead and wet the mono. The braid I'm not worried about, but I'll wet the mono and in between them there, and now slide them on down together. And the pulling of the two main lines, not the tags, will really tighten the knot down. I will go over them both and you know, be sure the tags are snug, but the main line's really what tightens it into each other. We got our mono joined to our braid. Now we're going to tie our spook on, and this is how I tie my spook even if I'm fishing straight mono and clear open water. Just gonna run it through the eyelet of the spook one time, pull you a big tag up there, at least a foot. Pinch it at the end of the tag and fold it right in half. I'll leave my finger right there where I folded it, and I'm gonna twist it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and I'm gonna take that same hole where I was holding it to fold it originally, and I'm gonna run my spook right back through that hole. Then I put my thumb right here on these loops. You'll learn to do this the more you tie it. And I'll walk it down to the eyelet, use the eyelet to pull it snug, then pull it off, and I got a nice small loop. And instead of pulling it against the spook, I like to put my finger in there and pull it against my finger and be sure it's good and tight. That way I'm not making a bad place in my line. Then I'll just take my scissors, trim my tag off. We're ready to go. Free and easy. You have a lot more action. It just works a lot better in my opinion like that, and I lose a lot less fish, and my bait works better. Hopefully that'll help you next time you're out here in the fall chasing some of these bass around the grass. The braid will help you keep them out of it when they try to dive down in it, and hopefully help you have a better day.